Hello to you all and welcome. If you're new here, I'm Jennifer and Cory and I are so pleased to have you here with us on our channel. Today will be a continuation of my autumn decorating and I will be doing our kitchen. Now, before I do the decorating portion, I wanted to share a few of my newer finds, my purchases for the 2024 season. I know there are a lot of viral things that people have been sharing on social media. There's so much out there. The Joanna Gaines line that she released for fall is absolutely beautiful, and I was very tempted to go out and scoop up all of those things, but I started going through all my fall decor and I really honestly want to just try to use what I have with just a few new additions, which I will be showcasing, but I wanted to use what I have in a new way and not really go out and purchase a bunch of things. I will also be sharing some vintage items. I think it's just my candlesticks. There might be something else here as well. And then I also have a DIY that I'm going to be using today, a DIY from last summer, and I actually haven't used it since then, so I'm very excited to be pulling it out for this fall. First off, I know that I've shared this in a prior video, these stems here from Hobby Lobby, but these are a recent purchase of mine. They're a red berry, kind of a dark purple and red berry, and I loved the color of their leaves, and so I bought 3 of those. Oh, I'm sorry, I think I bought 5 of those stems to make an arrangement here in the kitchen. And then I also purchased this really pretty towel from Hobby Lobby as well. It's from the Robert Stanley collection, and it's regularly priced for $4.49, but they have their fall things on 40% off. And so I did pick up this really pretty dish towel to add to my fall decorating this year. All my towels, you know, they last a couple of years, but then they get a little bit ragged, so I do like to replace at least one towel every year. I also purchased this candle this year, and it's called Buttery Pumpkin, and I just love the orange color of it. It's kind of a burnt orange, so it's not a real in-your-face kind of orange, and I just thought it was really pretty, and it smells wonderful, so I did purchase that for this season. I think I also shared these. I'm not sure if I did, but this is a pick that I recently purchased from Hobby Lobby as well in their fall pick aisle. And I love that some of them have a little bit more of a red tip to them or a burgundy tip. And I just thought that these would be really nice to add into a lot of my floral arrangements. And then I also picked up this year this pick. I love picking up the picks because they are really inexpensive, and I will leave all the pricing up in the corner because honestly I've cut most of the tags off of everything and I don't recall, you know, what they cost, but I'll leave the pricing and the SKU numbers for you to find them. I'll also leave them linked below. But I did pick up these and I used them on the garland. I did a little short reel on that. I think it's been a few weeks ago, but I did add these into the garland that's on our staircase, and I love the color of these. They have kind of a shiny, almost leather look to them, but I thought they were so pretty, and so I did pick up quite a few of these this season as well. Also this year, I did pick up some placemats from Hobby Lobby. I showcased a brown lacy one that I did on our dining table in that little fall decorate, or pre-fall decorate actually. And I also picked up these green ones with the little fringe detail. I believe these are also a Robert Stanley, but don't quote me on that because I'm not sure, and I've already taken the tags off of these, but they're a really pretty green color, and so I'm going to be using a couple of these today just to use underneath some of my floral arranging. I also bought some asparagus fern recently. These are a staple in my opinion to add to any kind of floral arrangement, and so I really feel like these are something really good to have on hand, so I did pick those up. When we were at Hobby Lobby looking at all the fall items. They had some of their spring items on sale, but this platter, which is super pretty, I don't know if you can make out the it's kind of got a very rough texture here on the inside, but this was 70% off, and it came with a set of 2 platters, and again it was in their spring line. And I did pick this up, and I want to say I ended up paying $8 for 2 platters. And then they also had the matching serving bowls. They're a little bit larger, and they were also 2 in a pack, and they were also $8. So for around $16, I got 2 trays and 2 bowls, and I just thought the black was really pretty. They also had a white, but I chose to do the black only because I already have a lot of white. I do tend to collect white dishes and things, but I don't have anything black. And like I said, I really loved this texture. So I did pick this up as well, again on the 70% off. Now, new from Amazon, I found these really pretty throw rugs for the kitchen, and I just thought they were so pretty. They to me seem reversible. One side's a little bit more burnt orange than the other side, but I picked up 2, and I'm not really sure how well these are going to do in the kitchen with the tasseling. Tassels and fringing details seems to be very popular right now, so I love the look, but I don't know how practical it's going to be in the kitchen, and I do need to get some rug tape to hold these down, but for the time being, I think this is just going to add a really pretty pop of color to the floors, and so I did pick that up from Amazon. I won't be using any pumpkins today. I'm still really in that kind of early fall mindset, and pumpkins for me, when I decorate with them, I tend to get tired of them quickly, and so I don't want to use them quite yet. That doesn't mean that I won't be using pumpkins, because what says autumn more than a pumpkin? But I do want to scale them back this year. In the past, I have been known to dedicate entire shelves that spill out and onto the floor, and just they're everywhere. And this year, I really just want to pare all of that back. I have gone through a lot of my pumpkins. Whatever I don't use this year, I am going to be donating, and just really trying to make sure that everything that I own for the fall season is something that I absolutely love. I would love to hear what you are all doing for this fall season. Have you bought a lot of new items to add to your fall seasonal decor? Or are you also trying to use what you already own and maybe use it in a different way? I really do love hearing from you all, so drop me a comment below and let me know what you're doing this fall season. And now, let's get to fall decorating. Before I begin, I wanted to give you a little overview of how the kitchen looks undecorated. Of course, I'm going to begin with one of my favorite Amazon purchases, I think, of all time, this easel. They come in a set of 4 varying sizes, and I use them everywhere. Now, this back corner tends to be a space that isn't usable since I can hardly reach it, so I think it's the best place to add some decor since it's non-functional. I'm adding this beautiful picture I got from Hobby Lobby last year, and something I still love with its warm tones. Since this corner can get quite dark, I like adding this mini lamp. It really does give off a special ambiance at night. I found this one at Hobby Lobby last year, and I use it constantly. And I will be covering up the unsightly cord here shortly. To the other side of the picture, I'm going to add this little vase I found from the at-home store a few years ago. I love its traditional shape. I do wish it was a warm tan or brown so that it would be a bit more visible here against the black granite, but sadly I don't seem to have much brown in smaller vases. Something I've made a note of for future shopping trips. Now to cover up that lamp cord, I thought these leaves would bring a bit of fall to the corner as well as serve a purpose. I think I forgot to showcase these earlier, but I also found these little square serving dishes at Hobby Lobby in their 70% off section. They come in a set of 4, and I thought they were perfect for not only serving but also for decor, such as using it as a riser for a candle or a small piece of decor. And this little wooden bowl is from Big Lots. They also come in a set of 4. Since everything is quite dark and heavy that I've used so far, I'm going to add in a bit of pretty glass with our oil dispenser I found on Amazon. I love the swirl detail and how delicate it looks, plus it's something we use daily. To the other side of the range, I'm adding more functional pieces, but I'm still going to make them fall worthy. This wood riser is from Home Goods and something I found a few years back, but they carry these types of items a lot. This black crock is a thrift store find and it cost me only a few dollars. I intend to do a DIY on this eventually, but for now it works. I think it's really important to remember in kitchen styling that you use decor sparingly so that it doesn't interfere with your day-to-day routine, because this is a space that tends to have every surface utilized at some point. You want to make sure you don't hinder the flow of your kitchen with a bunch of cluttery decorations unless you have the space. Then I say go for it. Decorate to your heart's content. These burgundy and pinecone picks can be found at Hobby Lobby. I got them last year, but I saw them when I was there recently. I'll leave them linked below. Picks really are a very inexpensive way to bring color to a space. This iron maple leaf is something I found at a thrift store last year for $1, and I love it. I can use it as a spoon rest here in the kitchen, as well as decor throughout my home. To the leaf, I'm going to be adding another element of glass to tie both sides of the range together and give another element of glow with a tea light candle. Bringing elements that are similar to both sides creates balance. I'm going to use a few of my newly purchased placemats as a grounding point for some of my decor. I feel like things look a bit naked if they don't have an anchor to give them a place to land. And I love this little chunky pitcher I DIY'd last summer with its black and terracotta colors. I also think using a pitcher for a vase is perfect for the kitchen. Now this bush is from Michael's and I've had it for years. If I can find something similar, I will link it below. I love this bush for many reasons, but I think it's especially good for a fall filler that you can add other stems to. The wispy grasses and varying purple leaves give it such dimension. And I try to find faux greenery that looks realistic, but also has varying stems all in one because it's such a cost saver in the long run. You get way more for your dollars instead of buying a bunch of stems to create a look. In fact, this bush would look lovely all by itself. And of course, to the arrangement, I added those pretty berry stems I purchased recently from Hobby Lobby. I'm using 2 vintage finds with these brass candle holders. Now, since they are very close to my faux arrangement, I would never light them unless I moved them away so as to not melt my stems. I've managed to do that before and it isn't pretty. For my last arrangement of the day, I'm going to use this footed planter I bought from the at-home store last year. It is very heavy and I love the color and texture it has. To begin the arrangement, I'm adding in those asparagus fern bushes, 2 in total as a filler. Next, I'm going to add in these flowers that I actually bought last year from Hobby Lobby. They come in one large bush with a bunch of other stems like those seed pods and some other little grasses. They were really inexpensive and I bought 2 of them to decorate my dining table with last year. I cut all the stems apart and these flowers are just perfect for fall because they have that dried out look. Unfortunately, I didn't see these this year at Hobby Lobby. Also, don't forget to pull up those asparagus fern sprigs randomly between your florals for added texture and dimension. Last, I'm going to add just a small bit of decor here on the island. Since we use this all the time for food prep and even some of our meals, since we have bar stools on the backside, I wanted to keep whatever decor I use simple and easy to remove. Here's a look at our fall kitchen for the 2024 season.
I never felt tomorrow closing in this fast. Oh, I guess time's in a rush. Leaves are falling down, but at least they grow back. While I'm on a one-way track. Now I know what it means to grow old. Yeah, now I know the time I've got, it is just enough to get by. Yeah, it is just enough to get by. Sometimes I understand I'm making all the wrong demands in life. It never pays in the end, but still I am here, moving on like before. I'm yearning to reach the shore. Now I know what it means to grow.
We have truly loved having you all here with us today, and I hope you have found some inspiration to start some fall decorating in your own home. I don't know about all of you, but I feel like this year has just flown by. I feel like I just put away last year's fall decorations, and here I am pulling it all out again. If you've enjoyed today's video and found it helpful, please do click that like button and share it with someone you know. It really does help out our channel. We want to thank all of our subscribers. We cannot tell you how much we appreciate your continued support. Some of you have been here with us from day one, and we love reading all of your comments. And for those of you who have recently joined our channel, welcome. We are so glad to have you here with us, and I cannot tell you how unbelievably grateful we are. Our channel has been growing, and it means the world to us. September is right around the corner, so go pull out all that fall decor, and happy decorating to you all. We will see you very soon in the next one. Bye for now.